Hello, my name's Local. I'm one of the few EN E1 level 1 players. While my niche is somewhat easier than Danbo's, it is still quite interesting with more skills and more talents. But some people find it boring with instruments like the Exalter S2, Artura S1 and etc. That's why there are sub-niches like E1 level 1 4 stars or my favorite one E1 level 1 no 6 stars. And while I really enjoy last one, I also enjoy doing towers. In my opinion, it is interesting way to both optimize stages as much as possible while using non-niche meta operators. And so I combined both of those formats into one. Here people chose Shu Tower with E1 level 1 operators and no other 6 star for normal plus X stages. I picked Shu specifically because firstly she is one of my favorite operators and secondly she is still very strong even at E1 thanks to her amazing talent and second skill. I think it's a good time to move to the video itself. First stage is pretty simple. You hold top lane with Bloom and bottom with Shu and Catapult, who is still enough to kill all trash. There is not much to talk about. Second stage kinda surprised me with the fact that Hibiscus plus Shu S2 is enough to heal Dirt Water, even though you still need to time their skill activations. For top lane we use Kirara, for bottom even Frostleaf is enough. Third stage isn't hard either. Choose for opener and some extra damage, Executor to clear everything. Sadly Shu can't stall Fat Dude by herself, but thankfully Lancet is enough. Justice Knight for reds, Shu plus 12F for everything else. That's the whole stage. HS5 isn't different compared to previous one. Rangers for reds, Shira plus Shu for everything else. HS6 is first stage which already takes half of the squad. Shu and Naki and Popcar clear most of them off. Jessica is needed to clear reds at the start. Jackie is also here. She helps with both killing red on trash when big red is blocked and dealing damage to it too. Big reds attack pretty slow, so even Noir plus Shu's healing is enough to stall it for a bit. Naki is used here also to finish last small reds, since nothing else can hit them. This one spams on you with trash pretty fast, so I'm forced to bring Vanguard. Fang was one of the weakest options which didn't die to trash enemies, so I picked her. Mint actually kills fat dudes in 2 skills, which is good since they AFK. Mulberry has weak but enough versus stage healing with good range, so she can heal both lanes. Mandela gives extra healing to Shu with some arts damage which is needed. Vehicle holds left lane since there are practically no enemies here and she can stall last miasma. I don't like this one most. It isn't that hard, but flats require 2 spread shooters. They can't kill fat dudes, so I'm forced into bringing 2 AoE casters. Myrtle because everything is very expensive, and 2 burst medics. Shout out to Harold, whose skill was enough to keep Shu alive and his massive range. Stage opens pretty simply. Shu baits flies, Gitano with grey kill fat dudes. Cats are really useful versus this boss, since they hit twice on normal attacks. Thanks to big HP and damage reduction on Cement, she can tank boss easily with Shu and Whispering on both phase 1 and phase 2. Cement S1 is really useful versus boss transition and phase 2 trash enemies, another concrete W, and they are barely enough to bait few flies. Since we are done with normal stages, we can move to X1s. This stage is just an AoE check. Ranged enemies in Dirt Water do arts damage, that's why I placed walls near Highmore and Shu. The only difficult thing about this clear is rolling enough of Itam, dodge and bite. Here we immediately block Masked Red since we need extra walls. Thankfully Harmony got enough damage to kill it later. The Light for the most of stage just going to one-shot small reds. But I should mention that there are a few frames when reds are still invisible, because walls do not block them, so she can miss sometimes. One of the rare situations where Harmony's dot actually matters. Sadly she doesn't have enough skill duration, so I'm forced into deep lane rope. Bottom lane just forces a lot of AoE again. 2 AoE casters are enough. Thanks to Karzoim's long range, he can kill stack of fat dudes on top lane with some of Durin's help. Alata almost solo stalls Spewers, but unfortunately she still requires magic. Very easy stage. Drop 2 Sertunians for bottom and left lane, Shu to heal both of them, and Defender on top right to bait Spewers attacks. Stairs is required here for the opener and tanking one fat dude. Her on skill defense is pretty high, so it isn't a big trouble. Strat for the top lane is to kill most of enemies on walls while they are not blocked. Manticore with slow and blue poison with multi-targeting comes in handy here. Stage has Solo's bottom lane, which was unexpected at first. Compared to Broca, she has more defense and arts on auto attacks, which matters more than multi-target in this case. Good use of Ansel's range extension. Since ranged enemies kill both Blue Poison and Manticore, Beastfox comes in handy here with awesome arts, AoE and tankiness. Ansel blocking slow wasn't planned, but it wasn't a big problem. The stage ends with Shu plus Ansel style, which still works on red version of Miasmo. Another simple stage, you clean water at the start while Kanta plus Silence deal with early enemies, then deploy Shu who barely survives and deploy SG to deal with most of enemies. There are two ways to approach this stage. First one is DPS down everything, or the one I did, push everyone into hole. Funnily enough, Shao even on first skill with no masters can do a top lane with Shu. Elemental magics with their big range also come in handy. Because of weird pattern on bottom lane, you can't use just first skill on pushers against base 3 enemies. The best solution is to use double second skill on fat enemies, which is enough to shift them into the hole. Deploy to stall a few enemies, so they can group into one big pile and be pushed alongside red. We want reds to run earlier, so they can be pushed faster, that's why we deployed Vanilla so she could hit and boost them. Vastly harder stage compared to previous ones. Elysium is needed to open and he is useful as an extra body. Kuara, Shu, Quercus and Leon are main team for the most of trash. Tequila is needed here to kill one Spewer and a few enemies from middle lane, since Leon focuses on top lane. Little baits Spewer's attacks, since two of them almost one-shot Leon, who is also getting targeted by ranged slugs. Since Spewers won't get baited by Fire Whistle when they are blocked, I need to kill at least one of them with Rock Rocks so Leon can survive. Tequila swaps with Fire Whistle since we need to kill some enemies with him and save her for boss melt. Thanks to big Rooster hit count, double hit from Rock Rock and dot from Fire Whistle, boss melt is pretty fast. We need to get him as low as possible so Kuara can tank him. Our Queen is needed here to kill Spears which spawn on phase 2 because top 1 most likely would shoot with dirty water. Fortunately she doesn't manage to kill both of them, but top 1 will be enough for clear. Also thanks to Fire Whistle she raises all ranged slugs which will target Rock Rock and helps with killing fat dudes from boss transition. This line stalls fat dudes since they have taunt and Rock Rock wouldn't hit boss. His second skill is very long which plays well here. The only thing left now is to kill the boss. Elysium saved Rock Rock from dying and she finished the boss. Last thing left is to kill leftovers, which isn't hard with Fire Whistle and Valar Queen. That's all for Tower. I really enjoyed doing this video, but it also took a lot of time. It was my first voice video ever, maybe I'll do some more in the future. You can check my channel in the description. I usually record normal E1 level 1 and with no 6 stars, clears and towers. Hope you enjoyed video, thanks for watching, bye bye.